Wisdom's Nigeria Summit. Now, this is for the history books. So there's a bell, they can ring the bell now. It's about to begin. It's a moment where, you know, Wisdom's is now in Nigeria. So again, welcome to everybody here. Thank you for making it a point of you to be here. Hi, Fabian Tonga. Thank you for joining. It's good to see you. Good to see you. And listen, just a few house rules. Now, the chat box is open. By all means, you can chat away and you know, just carry on having conversations. And also, we advise that you keep your mics muted so that we don't get any disruptions to our speakers. So at all times, please leave your mic muted until you're called to speak. Everyone, listen, you are special to us. You are special to us. It's a privilege. It's an honor to have you here. We celebrate your presence. We celebrate who you are. Now we have some fantastic speakers who are going to be sharing some truth. I know they're fantastic. I know they are important and special. But let me say this to you, you are as well. You know, Fabian, Mao, Arano, Edward, you guys are, you know, you are special. You know, Edward, we spoke together at the Wisdoms UK. Good to see you here, buddy. You know, thank you for joining here. It's a pleasure, and I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for being here. So quickly, we're just going to just do an introduction to what this is about. This is the Wisdom's Nigeria Summit. Now, I came in contact with Lee Wisdoms through a networking event in June, as of last year, when COVID forced everyone to go online on Zoom. Yeah, I was right there having conversations and meeting people, and then we caught up. We had some great conversations, and we thought, why don't we extend the conversation to another day? And we did, and out of that, a lot of things have happened. There's been so much connection. We've done so much together already in the space of less than a year. We've done the Wisdom Summit. Now we're doing the Nigeria Summit. Who knows where the next opportunity is going to kick off from. So well, I'm excited. And so these are powerful people who have tons of years of experience of you know, in the corporate sector, experience in the business world, experience in helping businesses grow and thrive. In a moment, I will bring each of them up to share in just a few insights about who they are, what they're doing, and why are they doing this. You know, we have Wisdoms South Africa, we have Wisdoms the UK, we have Wisdoms USA, now we have Wisdoms Nigeria. A lot of things are kicking off. So it's exciting, really exciting. You know, I am also pumped. I'm so privileged to be here. I'm going to be sharing my own story very shortly about who I am, what I do, Kelvin Inspires, etc., etc. But at this moment, I think it would be a great deal to bring in the Wisdoms teams to just come in and share a bit about themselves. So let me start with Lee. Lee, you want to take over?
Thank you, Kelvin. Yeah, it is just, you know, quite an incredible experience to have. You know, what happened is we were in South Africa. We had our hard lockdown began at the end of March last year, and the day before, Trevor, Ivan, and I, we formed the Wisdoms team, and we've been offering resources in personal leadership and business development for, it feels like a gazillion years. I was actually saying to Kelvin that between the three of us, between Ivan, Trevor, and myself, we have over 100 years of business experience. You can't tell from me because I'm the young one. So the 100 years really sits with Ivan and Trevor. I'm the baby in the team, but I mean, that's starting businesses, building businesses, listing businesses, and we've been offering resources in to small businesses, corporates, for as I say, many years. And then, as you all know, COVID happened. And so we said, you know what, we need to connect with people. People are going to feel isolated. People are going to feel that they need some human interaction. We want to keep, and people are going to feel unsettled, they not know what's happening. How can we bring a group of people together to keep conversations positive, but not in a airy-fairy, let's make everything nice kind of way, but to actually think and to combine people's stories and opinions and points of view where everyone is equally accepted and understood and appreciated. And that's how Wisdom's Chats started. So we just started, you know, and it was all about, and that's the theme for today, is March Forward. It's the 4th to March Forward. And so you get going, start going. Started with the 3 of us, 4 of us, 5 of us, and it just built and grown. And then, as Calvin said, now we have Wisdom's Chats. It's just half an hour of Wisdom's Chats, and that's a slice of what we do. But it's this connection with people and appreciating the extraordinary in the ordinary people's stories, and everybody doing extraordinary things with their lives. And so we get inspired and informed, and we learn and we grow. And it grew from South Africa to, as Calvin said, to the UK, to the US. And we've also now done summits, webinars like this, where we've done global summits, UK summits, and now Nigeria. So excited. So that's just a little bit about me and Wisdom's and Trevor. I don't know if I've stolen Trevor and Ivan's thunder, but now they can also put in their 2 cents worth.
Absolutely fantastically. Thank you again. Thank you for sharing that and sharing the heart of what you do and who you are. It's so good to be a part of this. It's so good to be associated with yourself. And obviously, you know, you haven't said this. I think I read one of your bio. You were given an award for the most influential woman in business in South Africa. And like, come on, you know. So I feel good, and I'm pretty sure every woman here is also excited to be here, to be in your presence, and to, you know, learn from you as we get on. And fantastic. Thank you one more time. Thank you. Okay, I'll move over to Trevor. Trevor, we want to hear from you. Just share with us again, you know, who are you, your story, you know, in the space of time that we have. Go ahead, please.
So just for everyone that doesn't know me, I make the coffee in this environment. I'm told by Lee which way to stir the coffee, left or right. But I do go back a long while. And I just want to actually inform everyone that you're looking at, in Lee Harrison, one of the most preeminent top flight corporate trainers in the country of South Africa. So, and having won that African award, you're going to have to remind me of what it is again, Lee, at some time, remind us all. We're just working with someone absolutely significant. Now, part of what really got us ready to actually launch into 2020 on a global virtual online digital network within 21 days of taking a decision, us all working from home when COVID first hit here in South Africa, was a dream that we had to take all of this corporate training material brought together by the 3 of ourselves, going back, I think it's almost over 150 years. Ivan is the one that carries about 125 years of that. Lee and I have got the young end of that lot. But the idea that actually got us ready to take advantage where most people were sitting back and saying, now what, our industries have collapsed, was one phrase: how to take all of our material, all that we had gathered from everything that we had done in over 150 years of corporate training, entrepreneurial training, and give it out to the world at $1 a month. And we set ourselves a target of actually going out at scale and looking to put all of our content out at $1 a month times 1 million people. That's what inspired us. And I would like, through a session like this, for you to start thinking about, man, all of the stuff that we're doing, we could actually collapse into a price that the rest of the world would actually purchase. And there are, what, 4.5 billion odd people on the internet at any one time. Take 1 million as a percentage of 4.5 billion and think about how you can get your content, what's in your mind, out at scale. And that allowed us to get where we are today. And I'm not going to steal Ivan's thunder, because he has been the key to the technology behind the massive things that we have done in less than a year, taking our local content and taking it to the world. So Ivan, I'm going to hand over to you.
Great, thanks so much, Trevor. And yeah, if you believe that I've got the bulk of the experience, you'll believe anything. So yeah, Trevor likes to 20x everything. So as you can see from his cap, 20x, and sometimes it's some of the stories that get 20x as well. But most importantly, it's the things we do that get 20x, and I think that's what's happened now since lockdown, as both Lee and Trevor have said. They threw me this massive curve ball. I sat here, wasn't sure whether it was a curve ball or a hot potato, and I juggled it around for a while and wondered what to do with it, and then we took off, and we took off running. We've haven't slowed down since. So it's been absolutely flat out. We almost a year down the track since lockdown in South Africa hit us. I think it was the 26th of March, and things are just happening. You've heard about the wisdoms chats are going up around the world. You're absolutely free to join any of those sessions if you want. I put all the links in the chat box earlier. I'll put them in again later for the folks that have joined a little bit later and haven't managed to see those links, because you only see the links, I only see the chats once you come in. But we'll get it up and running, and this is what it's all about. It's about people coming together, like-minded people coming together, sharing great ideas, sharing stories, sharing inspiration, sharing experience, sharing wisdom. And that's what we hear about. We want to share this wisdom. We want to participate with people who have their own experiences, their own stories, their own wisdom, and make this thing grow and make the world a better place out of it. And I think that's really what's happening here. And really appreciative that all of you are here today. It's an absolute privilege, as Kelvin was saying, to be in Nigeria. Never been there physically myself. Would love to go. But we'll get there one day once the airplanes start flying again and the borders are opening, and the new normal is going to be here, because I certainly don't think we're ever going back to the old normal. And I think anybody who thinks we're going to go back is dreaming. We're about the new normal. We're about moving forward. We're about making progress. We're about making change. We're about making a difference, and that's what that's what we espouse in Wisdoms, and what we look forward to do to work with all of you and be part of this. So I see the boss is waving at me, so I've got to shut up. When the boss waves at me, you've got to mute yourself. So over to you, Lee.
It's not about shutting you up at all, Ivan. You were doing such a brilliant job. It reminded me of what else I needed to say. And I wanted just to welcome everybody as well from my side, and by way of that welcome, to thank Kelvin. Kelvin has done an absolutely brilliant job, first of all, in bringing these incredible speakers together. We've got Iffy here, we've got Daniel, Shagan, and Samson will be joining us later. But we had a meeting with them, and I don't know, we could have actually just carried on. It was just that moment of connecting with these incredible people, their stories, their ideas. It was just so energizing and exciting. So thank you, Kelvin, for bringing this group of incredible speakers together, and then for all the efforts of reaching out to people, connecting with people to let them know this is happening. And Kelvin's influence, his drive, and his energy, and so he's done a lot to put this together. And so I know we'll have opportunity to say thanks as we go, but it's just a tribute to Kelvin up front, but also just to say that this is what collaboration looks like. This is what it means to bring people, Kelvin sitting in the UK, Iffy and Daniel in Nigeria, Samson and Shagan as well. We're sitting in South Africa. And here we've got people on the platform, part of the Zoom call. Mel is from Philly in the US, and we've got people from all over South Africa, Nigeria, UK. What an incredible experience to bring the world together in these little boxes that we stare at each other through the screen.